Mousesports versus Veloce. You win, and you're in the playoffs with a chance of making it to Madrid. You lose, and, well, you're not necessarily out just yet, but you need some things to go your way. And there's going to be there's a lot of the line here, and this is pretty crazy. For me, Veloce is the team to watch. This is the team that, again, we've been talking about it all season. Made it in on a technicality, and now playing for a chance to play in the playoffs and a chance to make it to Worlds.
Yes, give a lot of flack to Mousesports, just because I wasn't a big fan of how they played last week, to be fair. But at the same time, you've got speed in a lot. One of them's at like 0.78 goals per game. The other's at 0.83 goals per game. So I give you a lot of flack, but you do put balls in the back of the net. So you've got good things going for you, but Veloce, I think they got the pieces to beat you. They got Freakii, who is just absolutely a goal-scoring machine this season, and he's been great in front of the net. So if Kassio scores his chances, is that enough? I don't know. The biggest value to me is Kasio's ability to keep drive going. And I'm not sure that Kassio and Flame had an off week last week. I think he bounces back this week and is a little more present, but Kassio's been reading the game well. Freakii's a solid guy in the net. Flame will put pressure on you up front, so it's going to be a tough game here for Mousesports, but they've got the pieces to make it work, to be fair.
Yeah, for sure. For Freakii there, I know he's kind of one of the lead contenders for Savior of the Season. Yeah. Will be given out at the end of today's broadcast. And what's crazy is the last time he won that medal, he was like his team was one of the bottom teams.
Yeah.
They made it because all they did was play defense. Here he has a chance to make it into the playoffs while still being one of the best defenders in Europe. See how he does here as we've got Mousesports in the orange and Veloce in the blue. The winner goes on to the playoffs match. Here's a shot. Kassio blocked by Freakii. Speed. Come out of that corner. Flames got him beat. Kassio just a little off, back towards the box again. Kassio will clear this one away. A lot into the corner. Bounce on two. Speed got a little bit lost there on the side. They've just managed to stay up on offense. Speed, though, with a complete miss. A lot shot is blocked by Kassio in the air. Now Flame trying to put pressure on Kassio. Gets the demolition onto him, but Speed closes in and makes the save. Gets them one out of a sticky situation. Just back out to midfield here. There's one onto the backboard. Speed's looking for it, but Freakii actually misses off the wall, and Speed still can't put the shot on target. Now a lot put the pressure on. It's been all Mousesports ball so far, but the defense from Veloce holding on just fine.
Yeah. And you're really looking for Mouse to eventually have the ability to push that ball laterally across the pitch. Find a player waiting on the other side, like right now. Kassio to Speed, and how do they continue? Unfortunately, no other options. A lot trying to, I think, put pressure and maybe find a demo or steal some boost, but either way, lost opportunity there for Mouse.
Here comes Kassio. Up against Flame. The ball goes back to Veloce, and now advancing onto offense. Speed out of the corner, puts it in the midfield, but there's Freakii. Shot towards an open-ish net. A lot. Kassio will be able to tag team that one back out to midfield. Flame putting it high. Speed's up for it. Nobody challenging him. Back down into the blue. Kassio's got the response. 3:18 on the clock. Nobody scoring yet. Very few actual legitimate scoring opportunities.
Whoa.
As Freakii looks just going to fake out two defenders as they get properly baited out, and a lot gets caught on the crossbar. Freakii now trying to harass Kassio to see if he can create an opportunity for his team. Kassio can't make it off the wall. Flames there to put the shot in, and that's a goal for Veloce.
And that was just so awkward because you were right, he got stuck on the crossbar, and unfortunately that bounce away from Kassio leaves the ball for Flame, and it's just a matter of can you place it in the right spot. So a fortunate bounce favors Veloce, and they start the scoring.
It's Kassio on the top of two. Here's Flame with another shot from midfield. This one off the post and in for the second goal for Veloce.
Kickoff definitely goes right to Speed, but a nice second challenge from Freakii. Flame, he was just waiting back in his own half and just sniffed out the pass, picked it off, and fired on the open goal because everyone's at kickoff and they're trying to get some boost.
Freakii. Now over to the side. Kassio looking for Kassio. Plays it onto the edge.
There you go. And that's really all Freakii has to do. He knows that Flame's going to apply pressure. He just needs to make the stop. And ground pinch from Kassio denied by Flame.
Freakii through one, Speed onto the edge. Now Kassio's up. Shot gets sent down. Kassio now coming off the wall, challenging Cookster, puts the shot towards the goal, and Speed makes the save on the goal line. Pressure continuing to build for Veloce, a game that was entirely Mousesports offense. And pressure during the first half is slowly transitioned more and more in favor of the boys in blue. Kassio coming down and leave it for Freakii, who just sends a roller towards the goal. Lot's got that one away, no problem, but Freakii keeps that pressure on. Flame with space to work with. What does he do here? Get it through a lot and puts it onto the backboard. Speed just has to rotate this one out.
It's a nice job from Veloce. They really did hand Mousesports the ball, but the quick recovery and then getting right in their face on the goal line allows them to retain possession of the ball here. Try and get a second chance on goal.
Oh, Kassio past Speed. Does he have a second one up high? Can the defense get there? Two defenders play, and they make it out from Freakii. Flame tries to get it through two, and now can he find this pass? He can't get even the boost out of that corner. The ball will emerge. Been in Mousesports control, but then some misses. Again, no pressure from Veloce. They didn't have anybody coming up the midfield to finish that one, but 1:28 on the clock, up by 2. Things looking good for Veloce right now.
It's just, can you hang on? You know Mouse is going to start throwing everything at you. They really do their best work late in the game, as it would seem from last week.
Oh, that shot wide from Kassio. Speed now back down the field, looking for that first goal. Flame comes off his backboard. Freakii off the ceiling, back in the midfield. Speed beats Kassio here, but he'll neutralize it on the second challenge. Now a lot back into the box, 3 players challenging it. Freakii gets it off and away. Now across that midfield line, Speed puts it back in. Flame and Kassio both double commit an open net here. If Cookster can just put it on target, it's out to Speed. He'll try to pass to a lot, but Freakii had time. He rotated back in, and now Speed looking for Cookster again in the midfield. Freaki's got it over the top of him, but a lot tries to clean it up. Not going to work because Kassio's there. With 30 seconds left, this game looking very much a Veloce win.
Big win there from Cookster. Maybe get him last chance.
Tries, but Flame and Kassio, bit of a double commit, but it works out, and back to midfield. A lot will now try to pass to his teammates. Nothing just working right now for Mousesports. Either when they win in the midfield, they lose on the goal line.
There you go.
Oftentimes they're losing in the midfield. Another decent setup that comes and goes with 7 seconds left. This one looking like Veloce all the way through and through. Cookster could put this shot in, but Kassio's up to block it, and that one will do it. Out, and Flame will let it touch. That's game number 1 going to Veloce.
So I liked the second half of the approach to offense from Mousesports. Much better. They knew they had to score. They got a lot more people forward. The first half was really kind of just, again, what I didn't like about last week. But as that game wound on, they really started pushing the ball a lot more sideways, left, right, off the side. Give that first guy who makes that touch opportunity to go in, cause havoc, maybe try and make the follow-up touch. And Mouse looked a lot more dangerous in that second half, but Veloce's strong defense keeps him in it.
There was the go-ahead goal, or this was the first goal, the opening goal from Flame, and it was immediately, the second goal was
right after,
directly after it on the kickoff. I believe also a Flame goal.
Yep.
109 kilometers per hour, he was able to put that one in. The pass game was strong, and right now Veloce looking as good as they have all season. This team came in, I think many people expected them not to get a win, expected them to go 0-7, and now up here in the top, looking to be in the top 2. And I think it's important for me to clarify something that we said earlier. We were saying that it was win and in, making it sound like it was winning into the playoffs.
I see what you mean.
It is win and into Madrid. If they win this match, they are in the top 2 in all of Europe, which just is, it makes the whole Veloce situation so much more spectacular.
Right, that's the absolute truth. It would be quite a journey for Flame and Kassio. Flame's been up and down through RLCS for such a long time. Kassio getting a good shot at it here as well to have him back. Freakii, the return to form.
Well, and for Freakii, the times when he's been to LAN, he's been in the shadow of Violent Panda and also the former legend Pashy.
Yeah.
Here, he is the most veteran player on this roster, and he will be the one leading the team into Madrid if he's able to get there. Only 2 games away from doing it here.
You got through the first 5 minutes, but Mousesports started to put the offense together at the end of game 1, so you got to keep it together.
Now the situation for Mouse, they lose game 1 like it's eating breakfast. This team knows game 5 like no other.
That is the truth.
And the other truth is that Speed usually doesn't start playing until game 3. So we'll see if they break that trend here. But there's a very good chance it's going to happen again. Speed now lofted it high. Flame thinks about it. Looks, Speed tries to get the shot by himself, and actually that one will work as he just barely kind of tucks it behind the defenders, and a lot just has to push it in.
So yeah, nice job from Speed here to get this one through. I like the idea for the flip reset. Freezes Flame on the wall, but Kassio, I think a little bit surprised. He saw Freakii right in front of him, maybe a little hesitant to try and push that ball a little harder, try and take it on his own. Didn't want to accidentally bump into his own teammate and have an own goal situation, and a lot jumped on it.
Possibly a bit of panic there as they get a second goal. And this one just the antithesis of game one, the first goal early going to Mousesports, and then a quick kickoff goal to follow it.
Yeah, big win from a lot in the corner there. Speed just applying pressure because he knows it's an awkward ball to read, rotating into net for Kassio. And an excellent put away and a nice early lead. Here's the danger zone for Veloce. Now you're down 2. This is when Mouse can do some damage.
Speed over the top of 1. So they look for that third goal here. Freakii will send it away before it can quickly be punished. Now Kassio out to Flame. Here's a counterattack. Speed on the back wall needs to make contact, and he does. Back to midfield. Freakii over the top of 1. Cooks are out of net. Doesn't make contact. Cassio's there, and he misses the shot. A follow-up from Freakii is also high and soft. The follow-up from Flame is too slow. And Veloce, they had an opportunity, but here comes the next opportunity for them. Kassio will try to dribble this one in, but Cookser's got it. And away, Veloce, a few good opportunities, but no goals here in game 2.
That's one you got to put away as well. You're not going to get many quality goal-scoring opportunities. It wasn't free, but you do need to at least put the pressure on him, force him to make the save, and Kassio trying to get in Speed's face on the goal line. And here's the horizontal passing plays from Mouse that you like to see. It's just bring this ball down, and Speed definitely thrown for a loop here. He's just trying to buy time.
Over the top of 1, there's a lot onto the wall. Kassio thinks about it, comes out. And now Flame to help him out. Speed just lurked on that back wall. Made it work. Freakii out of Flame. Freakii advancing, looking for the shot, but it does go too far forward. A lot's able to get there first. And now Speed again. He's just living on this back wall right now, breaking up any backboard passes. And trying to make use of. Veloce has not been able to make it work once today.
Nice speed from Kassio. Just take the ball away. Force Cooks here to dump that ball long. You just need Flame to come back through. And now Veloce has got some control of the pitch. They're forcing Mouse into placing the ball in certain areas.
Oh, a good attempt. The first pass went to block defenders. But they were able to get
big
again.
miss.
Now a miss from Speed. The pass across towards Flame. Cookser's there. Flame adjusts. He'll try to get the pass here to Kassio. Back down and into the corner. Cookser's got it once more. And now Kassio onto the backboard, but Speed there again. Freakii lofts it again. A lot with an attempt. Now over the top of 1, but Kassio tries to counter. Cookser will make contact this time, and finally, Mouse get back to midfield. They'll look for that third goal.
It was Speed winning the ball that really does it. Now the net's wide open. A lot. How is this goal open?
The defense didn't rotate all the way back, I feel like. Freakii getting bumped, and I just don't see Cassio's off in the corner getting boost.
I think he might have missed it and had to go back and get it because it looked like he wheeled out and went. And it definitely just looks, because you don't rotate around the boost that way unless you had to go get it a second time.
Did the old orbit.
I could be wrong, but it definitely looked that way from the snapshot.
Game 2, definitely more of a Mousesports game. Kassio with a shot. Blocked from Speed. A lot. The attempt across midfield. Freakii. Pass in the middle. No one's home. A demolition on defense. Can Speed finish this one off? It's off the backboard. To follow up Cookser. No, can't make it happen. Kassio actually just takes the shot from midfield, and Cookser will be back in time. 1:34 on the clock right now. Nobody able to score for Veloce.
It's been a couple of chances for Veloce like that. They had Cookser in the 1-on-2, they just had him in the 1-on-1, and they just try and take this quick shot. And I'm sitting here thinking, why? Cookser is going to stop literally anything that gets shot at him from the midfield line. He's that good.
Also the king of shooting from the midfield line. A guy who loves to punish mistakes. Very cognizant of his positioning on the field. Flame with a nice tap, but this one high, and Cookser knew it. He'll stay on the ground and try to clear it out.
Nice
Gets
block.
it back into the blue. Now Cookser looking to finish it off by himself. What a setup. Where's the finish? Freaki's got it away before anyone else on Mouse could get in, but now a lot back to Cookser. The infield pass will score the 4th goal, and that's game 2 easily, cleanly for Mouse.
That's that value. Cookser won the big challenge in the midfield, kept the drive going, got another one out to the side, forcing Veloce to go to the opposite end of the pitch, had support from a lot, back down across, and a nice shot, and that will close out game 2. Mousesports much better. Make it 5. Why not?
They're not going to close the door just yet. They want a few more stats padded here.
Of course. Really got to, they know that a lot in speed have a high goals per game, so they're letting Kassio put in a few here, maybe try and bring him up the ranks a little.
And classic, you lose the cheat and then punish it because the last defender's off getting boost.
To be fair, Kassio is only at 0.52 goals per game coming into this series.
Looking to improve that. Kassio, I mentioned earlier, Mouse, a team that has just traditionally lost game 1 in our series.
Yeah.
They also have been like that is a trend for Kassio over the years. Flipside was a team that
starters
almost always would lose game 1 and then just come back out of nowhere. Feels like maybe that's just a Kassio thing at this point. With 17 seconds left, up by 5, no goals for Veloce. Any goal they were able to score would help just kind of break up some momentum, help get a little bit of morale back on their side, but at this point, none of them will help them win this game as it is completely out of reach. Freakii back down towards Kassio. There's no way to make this one work, and that's the clock expired. Mouse will absolutely flash back, and hey, look at that. They don't get shut out in the final moment. Mouse floating on the board.
Nice shot from Flame here to read this one. I think Speed just kind of gave up on it. I don't think he really was too worried about anything there, and Flame definitely just tried to take a pot shot at the net, happened to get it off the ground. So the early lead for Mousesports, definitely beneficial. Veloce had a chance to get it back in their favor early on at the start as well, but the defense for Mouse holding firm, and then Kassio. No assists, but a lot of big challenges in the midfield. And speeding a lot, as usual. There to follow up if he's able to make those big plays.
And the Kassio also held down that back line for them. 4 saves. Speed got a saver medal as well in that game. Kassio, again, I agree with your analysis that right now it feels like Veloce is, oh, quick, 2 players have committed. Just shoot to the goal. The defender will panic. And it's like, it's Kassio. He doesn't panic.
Exactly. It's like that dude he's a computer. Yeah. I swear. You put the dude in this 1v1 scenario, all right, it is 1v2 on the goal line. Kassio, you're going to play defense. It's like we made a whole thing about it back in Mid-Season Mayhem like 5 seasons ago. It was like, all right, Kassio, play 1v3 defense because he's that good.
Yeah, I feel like he's, though the funny thing is when you watch him at LAN, he always kind of looks nervous. He always looks, and I feel like he's got this kind of Hulk mentality of that's my secret. I'm always panicking, and I'm just so good at panicking and playing panic that it's all fine. So, man, that was Mousesports absolutely found their ground in game number 2. And Veloce, they just could not find the same sort of shots. That first shot we saw from Flame at the beginning of the series, nothing similar to that here. And the defense was holding on. They do need to find a way to get the ball into enemy territory, as Mouse had so much control at the beginning of that game. Yeah. It wasn't good control necessarily, but it was control nonetheless.
They were winning the challenges.
And they got a lot of goals out of it, too. So that's good enough.
But, yeah, I mean, if you're Veloce, you catch anyone in a one-on-one, 1-on-2, you gotta take advantage of it. I mean, that was, to me, there's no excuse to just rip a shot from the midfield line when you got a 1-on-1.
Your advantage when you have a 2-on-1 is that there are 2 of you and there's only one of them.
Exactly.
So both of you theoretically should touch it, or at least should look like they're going to touch it.
Especially when you got a guy like Kassio playing the back line. I mean, you really got to make sure you convert those because they're hard.
It's, oh man, Speed off the crossbar and back out. Flame to try and block Kassio, and he will successfully. Now Freakii down the field just takes the shot from midfield, and Kassio not back this time, so that one will turn into a goal for Veloce. They score first.
Nice challenge here from Flame. Realize Kassio trying to go and block the nice high clear, so he slows his descent, lets Kassio pop the ball back into his nose, gets it forward. Freakii, I believe it was Speed who turned around to try and challenge him. Just beat the man, put a strong shot on target. Veloce out in front.
Here's another kickoff opportunity. Freakii out of the corner. Does he nearly finds the angles? Kassio was up to try and finish it, but a lot in Kassio now. Tag team this one back for the counterattack. Flame will be up on the backboard. A lot demolished in his own back third. Speed will adjust to pick up control. There's the strong clear to midfield. It's not going to matter as Flame and Kassio now have control in enemy territory. Speed kind of caught, not sure what to do, waiting for that boost. I don't know if I've ever actually seen a pro just sit on a boost pad like that in a
It's happened a couple times, yeah.
He gets his boost, and so far it's working out for him.
Oh, Freakii just let Kassio take that. That's actually not a bad idea, because Kassio been having a race for these challenges, so if they can draw Kassio in and just force him to push it.
It's Freakii trying to mess with Kassio, and
he missed!
Back up, it's too high, and a lot has this one out to the side. What was a almost given goal for Veloce. will come and go, and now Flame looking for the pass to Freakii. This shot wide as well. Cookser rotating in net, just hits the brakes and lets it bounce off his hood to break things up. And now back out in front, Flame's too far away. It's up to Speed. He's got 2 in front of him, but loses it to Flame. And now back into the midfield. Cookser will try to push it into the box.
That was a wonderful pass from Flame out of that corner earlier. Just Freakii a little too close. With Mouse struggling to find some footing on the pitch, it's been all Veloce here at the start of Game 3. Not a good clear there as well.
Oh, Freakii with an attempt to score, but just barely misses. Cookser doesn't get demolished either on his way out, and they've got the ball now into the blue.
Boy, missed.
Speed on a lot, though, will help. Speed tries to slow things down at midfield, and now a lot looking for goalies, trying to pave the way for Speed. They'll lose it to Kassio in the corner, and now beat on Cookser in the midfield should give Veloce some control and some possession. Speed tries out of his own box, but a lot's not really there. Now Freakii off the wall up against Cookser. He's got one beat. Can he double tap this one in? Freakii with such little boost. He had like 18 when he took to the air. Perfect management.
Yeah, it was all about, I just got to beat Cookser, and from then on, it was just the fact that he had the perfect lift. That was, you're absolutely right, the no boost. It was just, I need to beat Cookser to this ball. Oh, thank goodness the touch towards the wall is at just the right height that I can still do this.
Just float behind it. And a 2-goal lead for Veloce. So far, no team has been able to find the immediate counter goal after the first one. Both teams managed to get a 2-0 lead, and that's just been the end of it.
Yep.
We're across halftime. This is the most amount of time that has come between those 2 goals, though. And now looking for the third.
Whoa.
Oh, Kassio puts it in despite the interference from the defense. 3-0 Veloce.
Kassio just trying to pop this ball off the wall, and a rare miss from 2 players. A lot's like, wait, hang on a second. I am not prepared to have to play defense here, and he can't get a quality touch on it. That's not even his fault. I mean, that's just Kassio, surprise, surprise. You got a chance to put one in, and he delivered.
Flame expecting his teammate Kassio to go for that one. Left the ball wide the midfield, and that means Mouse picks it up. Flame his teammate had been demolished. Now Flame over the top in the midfield using the wall. Cookser will gain control from his corner, but Freakii will just tackle him. Now, a lot to Cookser. Speed back in the midfield, over to a lot. Be using the 2v1 here, but Kassio makes work of it. Speed tries, but Freakii stops him, and now to play it out behind a lot, putting him into an awkward situation. Cookser tries to stop it, but they just can't quite gain control. A lot will make an excellent challenge, though, high in the air, which leaves the ball bouncing in the blue. And now Freakii, this touch just into the midfield. Cookser will be the first one there, and a lot will immediately turn this one back around. The clear wasn't good. Now Speed wins another challenge. Mouse look to make this a competitive game before the end.
There you go. Mouse
first. Oh, Kassio makes the save. The shot was there, but the defense holds. And now Cookser lofted it again in the midfield. Freakii off to the side. Now Speed with a shot. A lot with the pass. Cookser thinks about it, but Cassio's got him beat. And now Flame back in the midfield. Freakii will just send a long one all the way to the corner. I think he was trying to make the shot happen maybe, but at that point,
get the ball out of their half.
Just get it away. Now Cookser looking for this double tap. A clean one. No, couldn't quite make it there. And Flame out of net blocks the rebound. Oh my goodness. Speed tries to back pass to a lot, and this can't go in. Kassio over to the side to Flame in the final minute. Veloce hold on to an onslaught from Mouse.
Wow, and that was the Mouse offense you like to see. They win the big challenges to stop the big clears. They buy time for people in the midfield. That one pings off the wall, and just Veloce hanging on by a thread right there. You can't fault Mouse's offense. The approach was great, but just what defense.
That one should spell the end of this game. The 3-goal lead and the punt into the corner will be enough. And man, can we have a game where both teams score in like meaningful regulation time?
That'd be fun. Nice play from Flame here. Force a lot to come get it, and that'll wind it down.
Exactly. At this point, Mouse and company, they have to keep playing because that's just how you keep yourselves nice and warmed up and preppy here, but there was just no way for them to win that game. 3-0 for Veloce. And again, the winner of this match makes it into top 2. Veloce now 1 game away.
All right.
Game 4.
So, Mouse, we've seen this before. We should stretch a little, Wave. This is about to get crazy.
We're about to get into some overtimes.
This game 4 is, I don't know. I just got a feeling, man.
I don't think it ends in game 4 for Mouse. That's not how they play Rocket League.
It doesn't. It's not how it goes.
They're like, Rocket League's so much fun. And RLCS is so much fun. I want to play the most amount of RLCS I possibly can, which means every series has to go all the way to Game 5. No, I don't. It does. The series doesn't end until we're on Champions Field. Get this Utopia Coliseum out of here.
Out of here.
I'm ready to go. We'll see what happens, though. Veloce could make a big one if they're able to finish this one off in 4 games. And what an end of the season it'll be if Veloce can make it happen. I'm impressed.
And yeah, there's nothing else to say. I would be impressed too. I mean, Kassio, I was a little bit skeptical of how you're going to do. I had some faith in Freakii to at least be solid. You know, he's been around the RLCS before. He's picked it up quite well, even pushing back through the rival series. I've always had faith in Flame, so Kassio is my one big question mark, and he has just been a wonderful addition to this Veloce team, and definitely a very contributing factor to their success this season.
Yeah.
With just the ability to always bring the ball out of a tough spot. Like, you even saw it at the end of that last game there. It's just a matter of he had some player from Mouse pressuring him, and it was in that area where Mouse is just hammering shot after shot, and he finally just catches that ball and slips it out to the left to Flame and breaks all the pressure. And it's those touches that Kassio has been so good at.
Yeah, there are some teams in the RLCS where I feel like I don't really get excited until it's a specific player has ball control or a specific player's up for the double tap or something like that. With the rest of the players, it's like, I don't know, this is just going to be kind of positional contact until that one player gets up. But with Veloce, it is just about every player. I'm excited to see what they do with it. No one player seems like the star on this team. Every player is playing every side of the ball. You know, like on Mousesports, like Cookser97 has a name around him. I'm excited when Cookser has the ball. You were talking earlier about when they get Cookser in these 1v1 situations, they should try to take advantage of it. And it's like, is that an advantage to be in a 1v1 against Cookser? You know, I feel like that's
it's
almost
your best chance.
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. But yeah, I definitely love what Veloce has brought to the season. It has been so much fun to watch their story.
We're just resolving a quick match issue to make sure everything's all spick and span before we head into a Game 4 here between Mouse and Veloce. And because we do want everyone to, be in top performance here. As you said, win and go to Madrid. So everything should be in order here slowly. So let's go ahead and take a look at some goals from the previous games in this series.
It has been all sort of early goals, early kickoff pressure here. Flame did great work in game number 1 there. Everybody's had kind of their moments. Game 2, entirely about Mousesports, though. Speed decided to wake up a game early here, but then fell back asleep for game 3.
Well, they tried at game 3, but Mousesports definitely holding all the pressure, and it's just back and forth. They had a lot of great pushes on defense. Cookser being an absolute nuisance, just getting in their way, making defense tough, opens the goal a few times. And of course, as we mentioned, the lot and Speed always there to follow up.
Yeah, Veloce definitely got trapped in their own half in this game, and so many of these goals you can see are coming from in their back third. There's nothing from the midfield. There's nothing that's really starting outside there. It's just goals that are happening as they are we're having to rotate within this very small confined area. Only really 4 boost pads, 2 big ones to work with here, and just not quite able to find that out. That sort of suffocation is really effective for Mouse in that game too. But then, man, as long as Veloce is able to get the ball out and rotate around and keep that ball kind of in enemy territory. Right now, it does seem like possession is winning games. As long as you have the ball in the enemy territory, it's winning, and it's working so far. Only 1 goal has been scored by the team that lost the game, and that was in game 2 at 0 seconds when they were down by 5. So not that it even really mattered. But let's get into game 4, a game that absolutely matters. If Veloce is able to win here on Utopia Coliseum, not only do they hand Mouse, I believe, their 2nd loss that didn't go to game 5 in the season, but they will be headed to Madrid. They will punch their tickets to Spain.
And Mouse have kind of alternated between that you got great pressure and then you just launch the ball up the pitch as hard as you can. Cookser in an awkward spot here and actually beats Freakii. Wow.
Freakii was playing for second touch and Cookser knew it. He hadn't left the ground at all. Flame will break up pressure in the midfield, and Kassio just a long clear onto the backboard. Speed's not really in a great position, but he's got the read. And now Flame, more pressure, gets 2 defenders out of it, but a lot's got it off to the side. Freakii will look for a shot. It's over the top of 1, but just too high. Here's Kassio in to finish it, and Cookser will block it at the point of contact. Now, Mouse looking for the pressure on the other end.
Oh, nice
Get
demo.
the demolition onto a lot, though. That'll open up some space, and Freakii wins a challenge a lot on the respawn. Can he block it? Kassio wins it, but it's still off to the corner. Enough was done. The deflection was there for a lot as the respawn respawn will work. Cookser makes a save high as the pressure just continues to come in. Freakii gets 2. Flame shot just high. That should have been it. That should have been the first goal for Veloce, but they'll keep looking.
Oh, Veloce making them work for it on defense, but Mouse hanging on. Flame trying to pick one off the backboard. Freakii can't reach it, and it's so close. A minute and a half of great offense from Veloce, but the finishing not on target. And at long last, breathe the free air, Mouse. You're out.
Cookser over to the side. Freakii will beat a lot, but Speed now in for the shot. Kassio out of net. Get it out to Flame. Excellent extension. Kassio fakes it on the wall, but Cookser reads the adjustment. Manages to block one. Now Flame into the corner. He's out of boost, needs to rotate out. Freakii will have plenty of space, and he'll find Kassio. Puts it into the corner. Kassio, half a tank, looks for more players. Now Freakii over the edge of one. Speed back into the corner. Flame. Attempt a lot. Just a nice high punt there. Right now, it just seems like Mouse is just forfeiting ball control over and over again.
Well, it's tough. They haven't had a lot of time to work with and really do what they want. Cookser with a great steal here, and maybe that's what they need, but Flame just trying to punch that ball back into space.
Nearly had the read.
That's what I'm talking about. No options here from Speed. He has to hit the ball hard, but he doesn't get it to anywhere his teammates can follow up, and now they're back on defense.
Oh, Freakii in towards Kassio is a good no, just wide of the net. Flame to try and keep the offense going, wraps it back around. Kassio gets a lot demolished out of his corner, and this might open up some space. Cookser's got to make this save, and he gets a great touch on it. Kassio just has to stall this out of midfield, and now challenging a lot. Wins the challenge, but Flame's there too. A double commit.
Awkward.
Cookser just misses though, and Kassio is able to just push it through.
Oh, Cookser got wrapped up. It was awkward. He got bumped right there, but he was fine. He was fine.
He should have been able to. I think he was out of boost maybe.
Oh, he had 0 boost, but I think he just made an awkward read there in the corner.
It's weird too because of Kassio's positioning. If he flips into the ball, he kind of pushes it towards Kassio faster, which is good, but still dangerous. I understand the pressure and the confusion. Now Speed looking for the air dribble, nearly makes it work, but Kassio has it away. Now Cookser through one. Flame back out. Speed out of his corner. Flame past one. Loft in front. Freakii's up. A lot's got him beat. Kassio gets demolished, but not before he gets an excellent clear. Speed needs to hold on to this as Flame is pressuring him.
It's a good job from Flame, as well as Speed. Speed just trying to get some possession of the ball. Flame realizing he can't challenge, so he just takes away the boost and makes it as difficult as possible for Mouse to get anything started.
Clear for Mouse. Cookser with control. Off the wall.
Are you kidding?
Doesn't challenge, and a lot finishes it off. No defender was up, and that's a tie game.
That's a great clear from Cookser. From Speed, excuse me. Great clear up from Speed to Cookser. Open space, that's the pass you need, but Kassio, you gotta make that read on that bounce out of the corner. You just let that one go, and you got punished for it.
Now a tie game for the first time in this series. Both teams have scored with time left to play. Freakii through one, trying to push it past a lot. Here comes Kassio, but can't beat Speed out of his own corner. Now looking for a lot underneath him. Cookser quickly pressuring as well. Mouse sending the house on this one. Freakii's got it past them, and Cookser immediately flips backwards, looking to pressure, but he can't get there in time. Freakii and Kassio will tag team that one in, and Veloce's got the lead back.
Catch him on the counterattack. Excellent clear. Again, Cookser in the one-on-one, and he's beat to the ball. Kassio is just thinking, beat the man. I don't care what I do, just beat the man. And it pops mid for Freakii.
1:02 on the clock. Veloce, 1 goal up. They've just got to hold on for a trip to Spain. Kassio.
And it's going to be difficult. You know Mouse is going to pull out the stops. We've already seen it in the series a couple times, but can they break down that Veloce defense?
Flame out of boost, needs to rotate out. Nobody on Mouse really in a good position here. Speed will get one clear, but gets demolished, and then the counter's there. 42 seconds left as a lot clears it out of his corner. Freakii underneath him, gets it past him, and now Speed's got to make this play. Kassio's challenging him, and it's neutralized in the mid. Here comes Cookser, just a shot from midfield. Flame will get the defense. 30 seconds remaining as Flame looks for this clear, and Speed tries to crowd him. A lot. Just holding on to this, slows it down, baits in Freakii, tries to get the setup, but Freakii immediately hits his brakes and reverses. Kassio will look for this one. Flame gets demolished, but Freakii's got all the control and all the way back into the corner. 15 seconds left now. Speed tries to get it out, but can't get it past Kassio. In the
Flame.
final 10 seconds, Flame wins another one. All the challenges going Veloce's way over and over again. Freakii once more into the corner. This corner is their best friend if they can just keep it here. Mouse has to carry it the whole way. Speed's got to keep it in the air. A lot gets it off the edge. Cookster's up for it. It's on the backboard. Are they there? A lot tries to shoot it, but Kassio will save the day, and Veloce go to Madrid.
Excellent win there from Veloce. You knew Mouse were going to pull out the stops, and they tried to bring it down at the end, but Mouse not able to muster the offense. They had one great game in Game 2, but in the 3 losses, only muster a single goal.
My goodness, and Veloce. Absolute celebrations for them. I would love to be.
Let's see that comms video.
I would love to be lurking in their comms right now, just to hear like a team that wasn't supposed to be here, a team that did not qualify in the promotion relegation, gets in as Triple Trouble disbands. They are given the spot by default and said, "Good luck," and they said, "Thank you. We'll take the luck. We'll run with it,
Spain.
and we'll see you guys at the World Championships." They will represent Europe at the World Championships for Season 8. I can't wait to see them, and man,
it's going to be fun.
it's going to be great. We got so many more great matches coming up for you today, folks. TSM versus Vitality. This is insane. The winner gets to play in the playoffs. The loser plays in promo relegation. The world champs might be in promotion relegation. We'll see you guys for the results of that after the break.